Okay, so there we have another type of distribution that is also known as Poisson distribution. So the binomial distribution basically describe a distribution of two possible outcomes designated as successes and failures from a given number of trials. The Poisson distribution focuses only on the number of discrete occurrences over some interval. So, so what is the catch then? So the catch is a Poisson experiment doesn't have a given, you know, a number of trials as binomial experiment does. So for example, a binomial experiment might be used to determine how many black car are in a random sample of 50 cars. A Poisson distribution might focuses on the number of car randomly arriving at a car wash during a 20-minute of interval. So this is what the difference is. So let's take another example. So for example, the Poisson distribution is like uh, appropriate for modeling the number of phone call an hour in office would receive during the noon hours. I- if they known that the average for call per hour during that time period. Although the average is 4 call, they would theoretically get any number of call during that time period, right? And that is what make Poisson distribution unique. So it's like you will find the likelihood for an event will occur given number of iteration, and the Poisson distribution is represented by this following formula, in which alpha is like a mean number of occurrence, and then x factorial, and then e is a Euler constant that is globally defined as 2.71. And before we go to this formula, uh, um, the Poisson distribution should satisfy all these three rules. Okay, so let's go to an example that will tell us how to basically go ahead with the distribution. So suppose this is a formula that you have, and you have number of x, that is number of successes, 35 minute sorry 35, and then t is the time which given as 10 minute, and alpha is interval that is given as 3, and E is like globally defined, that is Euler constant, that is 2.718. Now if you put that that values that you have in this formula, it will give you like 0.045. So what it basically means is that for getting successes, x equivalent to 35 in the interval of 10 minutes, the chance is 0.045, and that is what it is explained using Poisson distribution. Now next we will move to uniform and normal distribution.